Hello, hello. I took a short sleep earlier. It is 11:51. I got up at like 11 just because I thoroughly enjoy when the world is quiet and at rest. Today was particularly something, right? So I got up this morning and I was like, I need to go ahead and get everything ordered that I need. Um, I'm upgrading my sleeping bag to a negative 25-degree bag. I'm getting a 4-inch 9.5 R value sleeping pad so that I'm not cold or uncomfortable or sliding off my sleeping pad, right? These are adjustments that I made because of my experience, right? Not because I just felt like, right? These are things that were particularly uncomfortable and could have been avoided, right? So with that experience, I'm making adjustments accordingly. There were also a lot of things I needed to get, like stuff for the bike, tools for that, particular clothes for that, just certain things, right? So went ahead and got all of that done this morning. Well, then I get a call from the storage unit that I'm renting, right? So you can book it, you can reserve it up to 13 days before your move in or whatever. Today was a how can I con you day from these other people that I'm like having to deal with, right? Like, she calls me and I just talked to them the other day, right? They called to like confirm the reservation or whatever. And I was like, yeah. And so I got the links and I was like, okay, well, whenever I move in on the 29th or whenever I move my stuff into the unit on the 29th, then I will take care of all that, right? Because she was wanting to know if I wanted to do it today. And I'm like, no, right? Because why would it make sense for me to do that today? A whole week and something away from a whole almost like 2 weeks or 10 days at least, like, so that I could just pay for a sitting empty unit an extra week, right? That makes no sense to me. I was clearly frustrated with this conversation that we were having because I'm like, ma'am, this makes no sense. Like, I'm like, you would prorate it. I was like, but I'm moving in 3 days before the 1st, right? Like, you want me to pay for a full month right now? Right? So they're just trying to like scam money out of me, basically. So then, then I call the place up here. It's like not even 2 miles, like it's walkable distance for me, right? Because now that I don't have a vehicle, it's walkable distance. It's good for me to go to this U-Haul partner or whoever I see the like vehicles out there, right? To pick up my U-Haul. I am doing this 10 days in advance, right? The place that they have like their whole like whatever is 2 minutes from my storage unit. Just keep that in mind, right? So I'm trying to book to pick my truck up here, right? And I can drop it off there. And they're calling me, or I made the reservation, and the first time, like the computer went all wacky and stuff, and I was very, very patient with it, right? Because things happen. But the computer went all wacky with it, so then I get the first email, right? The first email says that I'm picking it up here, dropping it off here, which would have been fine, but it's only for 4 hours. And so I call her back. I'm like, hey, this says that it's only for 4 hours. I need it for 24, right? Because I don't need you charging me for all of that, right? But I need you to put it in the right way so that I don't have problems with that. So then, after I call her, she's like, well, that should be fine. I said, okay, well, I'll get on the app and see if I can't change it, to blah, blah, blah. There isn't even a way to do that, right? So then I get a separate email that's saying that my reservation had been updated for my U-Haul, and now I'm picking it up all the way, which would take me 3 hours to walk, right? 45 minutes to bike, which isn't really that bad. Like, if I need to, just hold on. So I call them and I'm like, why did I call here to pick up here, and you're telling me that I have to pick up a truck? And then they give me some runaround story about, like, well, if somebody rents that truck or blah, 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 like, they won't have it there. Some bullshit. How are you going to... First off, these places are just, like, they're local. They're like 8 miles at max between one another. They could make sure that with it made in advance that there is a fucking truck up there for me on the 29th. Yeah, they could drive a fucking one of the box trucks up here and make sure that I've got it for pickup. Instead, what they do, right, because I have to pay for mileage, I have to pay for the time, but you took it upon yourself to completely change where I want to and need to pick up my U-Haul to somewhere else, which is significantly more in mileage. Make it make fucking sense, right? Like, how does that make sense to me, the consumer, right? Like, someone explain this to me. How are you just going to completely fucking change where I pick up my fucking U-Haul on your own accord, right? Right? Like, that makes no fucking sense. You are adding extra. I should be like, well, since you're wanting to change it, why don't you fucking take off that mileage for that? Right? Like, this is because this is like 2 minutes up the road. This is 2 miles. That's a whole fucking 8. Right? Like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever fucking had to. This is why I fucking hate interacting with society. Because none of it makes fucking sense. Right? It's like just a whole bunch of dummies running around, like, doing dummy shit and fucking one another over. And then you're just supposed to be like, okay, yeah. Like, you're not supposed to be smart enough to be like, hey, bruh, like, what the fuck is your thought process behind this? Right? Like, I'm sorry. I'm getting fired up about that. Because it doesn't make fucking sense to me. It's like, why? Why are you doing that? Right? Why? Why? What makes you think that's okay? How are you just going to completely change my pickup location from where I chose to pick it up with your fucking partner? You can drive a fucking box truck over there, make sure that they have one for the day that I'm picking it up. If there's going to be one there, you can drive it to fucking there and make sure that I can get it. You know what? I think I'm going to call them tomorrow and tell them that. Period. That's dumb. I need it there because that's where I need to fucking pick it up, right? Because it's walkable distance to me. I can just walk up there, right? And I'm sorry, but after paying $80 for a fucking taxi for 20-something miles, yeah. I do not want to use a ride service. They're just out of control. The whole world is, like, out of control. It's just absurd. Anywho. I said, you know what I said to myself? Rena, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Chances are your bike will be here, like, by then, anyways. It's whatever, right? It's whatever. So my solution is I'm going to call up here to the original location first, make sure that they have a box truck, and chances are they'll have one, right? And then I'll just go pick it up from there, right? No, that is how it's going to work, period. So, because I wanted to pick it up here and drop it off here because it's close to the house, right? So then I can just walk to and then walk back, right? Because that's what works for me for my situation, right? I do not like people overcomplicating my shit, making things unnecessarily hard, or not using logic. This is the same shit as the fucking girl that was smoking meth in the fucking bathroom, right? That same shit with that fucking paperwork. Some people just should not be doing certain things, right? They just shouldn't. There's like, where did common sense, where did common logic go? Where did, like, I don't know. Because it's always fine as long as the burden rests with you and not the person making the dumb, stupid, illogical fucking decisions, right? As long as they're free from, like, any whatever and still get what they want out of the thing, they don't give a shit, right? Right? Like, I almost canceled my shit completely. It was like, I'll hire fucking movers over this shit. Like, I will. Right? And then I'll go fucking rant about U-Haul and their bullshit. Listen, it would take less than an hour for somebody to move my shit out of my house. Okay? Like, especially multiple people. It would probably be the easiest move they've ever done, to be honest. I was gonna buy a raincoat and I didn't. You know why? I was like, I have a bathing suit. I'll just bike in my bathing suit. I don't care. Right? We're always trying to, like, run from nature. It's weird. Plus, I have, like, a huge poncho that turns into an emergency tent. So I have that. That thing's pretty handy. I have used it before. So I was like, yeah, that'll work for now. In the wintertime, I'll get a raincoat. But for now, this is fun. I'm just going to enjoy nature. So we're so disconnected from it. All right, that's the problem with people. Like right now, I can be up and the vibe is so peaceful and calm. It's not like that during the day. During the day, it just feels chaotic and weird and just... It feels chaotic and weird because I am, even though it doesn't look like it, I am close to a city. Right? When you're completely in nature, you can be up during the daytime and it's peaceful and quiet. But when you're close to a lot of electrical shit and this and that, and hustle and bustle, you feel it. You feel it. You do feel it. It affects you. It affects sensitive people. And I know that I just went through like a mini rant, right? But I'm completely just whatever about it, right? It'll all work out. It'll all work out perfectly fine. Sometimes I think the universe is just testing you to see how you respond, right? The same way the shitty humans do, right? Just provoke you, poke you a little bit, see if you learn what you should learn, basically, yeah. So, I am a for every one problem I have at least 3 solutions kind of gal. So, I was like, well, I did get an email that there's a tracking number for my bike, so it'll definitely be here. Should be here before the 29th. I can always use a ride share or call a cab. Um, or I can call before I leave and see if they have a truck the size that I need it here in Demarest. And we will go with what I wanted originally, yes? So that's how it should work. And then I'm going to take the truck and I'm going to go ahead and run and pick up the last thing that I need to get is just whatever I'm going to eat or bring with me. And fuel. I need fuel. I bought a new stove because I have one that only takes a particular gas and I haven't seen a canister of it in forever. I still have a little bit of that gas left, but I'm just going to go ahead and pick up a few canisters like ahead of time. You have to pay like hazard shipping and stuff like that if you do that online, so we're just going to avoid that. I'm going to go pick up whatever food I need whenever I have the U-Haul and fuel. So that'll be that. Then I'll spend the last couple of days scrubbing the house. Or I may just go ahead and do that beforehand. We'll have to see. I don't know. All right. Most of all of my stuff is coming in tomorrow. I bought I have an Anchor charger, portable battery, right, that I buy for like storms and stuff. And I have that, but because I have to charge the lights on my bike, like my headlight, my tail lights, I went ahead and bought one that like directly plugs into an outlet and got an extra one just in case. These take, I have 2 of these. The other one has a strobe on it. This one doesn't have a strobe, but this one has a red light, which is good for like, nighttime. But the other one has a strobe on it, which is good for night travel. So I have two headlamps, so I bought extra batteries. Take the batteries out of these when you're not using them. It'll save them. I need to pick up Ziploc bags because I don't care if something says it's waterproof. I don't care. Like, shit will go in a Ziploc bag. Batteries will go in a Ziploc bag. Paperwork, everything. I have a compost bag that I keep in my backpack. Not a contract bag, a compost bag, right? But it's like $25 for a box of them, and you'll probably only use one ever because they don't tear. So they're really thick. I've never had a problem with them, so I've still got my compost bag to stick in my pack. That'll keep everything in the pack dry. Yeah. I bought a chest pack because of my bike type. But even if you don't have my bike type, it's good to have a chest pack, right? Keep your, ID and all that shit in it, yeah? So, got one of those. I just got the essentials, yeah. I'm not going to take my bushcraft tarp or I may, just to put over the bike. Um, but I'm not going to use it for like sleeping. I bought a 1-person tent. So just a few upgrades that I made according to my experiences. Yeah, and I'm getting barefoot shoes. If you don't know what barefoot shoes, they're like more natural to your feet. You can always tell people who don't understand barefoot shoes. They're like, you can feel every rock and everything and blah, blah, blah. You're supposed to. You're supposed to. That's the whole point of barefoot shoes, right? You're supposed to. Yeah. It helps you be more aware of your footing and stepping, like when you're hiking or doing anything else. Yeah. So I bought waterproof barefoot shoes, but I am going to bring my boots, my hiking boots, because it will get cold eventually. And I bought new wool socks. Just little things, right? Just little things that you need. Oh, I did buy a big gravity bag, gravity drip, a 2-gallon uh, bag for the drip. And I have my mini Sawyer filter, so I'll just hook that up to it, and that's for like cooking needs and shower, whatever I need it for, right? Um, I have my hydration pack. It's a 3-liter pack, but this is an 8-liter bag. So that'll come in handy for extra water for like drier areas. So looks like a storm is coming. Oh no, I guess my sleep is going to be all kooky. It is what it is. I started out with a peaceful resonant structure this morning, so helps keep. It helps to establish your own like core resonance for the day instead of letting one be created for you. Like I could have let their chaos, like whatever. Yeah, starting to rain. Anywho, better get inside. Move this stuff around. Let me bring that in. So yeah, I will chat with you guys tomorrow whenever all that stuff comes in.